Guten Tag und willkommen to A Fish on the Dry. I'm Wright Seneres. A spoiler-free review of my Star Wars experience, wrapping up Christmas, and a weekend in Amsterdam, all coming up next. Part 1. The best part of The Force Waking Up is replacing George Lucas with Folger's crystals. When Alice got the Fulbright, we had to kick around major life important things, like where will we live? And how much of our stuff can we bring? And what am I going to do for the new Star Wars movie? I consider myself a big Star Wars fan. It was my favorite thing growing up. But the prequel trilogy was a bright, shiny mess, so I tried to keep expectations low for the new ones. When I realized that the Holy Disney Empire decreed that Germany would have the new movie one day earlier than North America, I started getting hyped up. Tickets were already on sale in the States weeks in advance, but I wasn't sure when they would go on sale in Paderborn. So I went to the Cineplex in town, looked at the signage, translated that signage, and realized that they had already gone on sale. Oops. Eventually, I decided on a midnight premiere showing in English. But since it would be after the buses stopped running, I had to get a hotel room. I got a cheap room in a nice hotel down the street from the theater, and I was ready to go. Early Merry Christmas to me. Cultural explorer that I am, I looked forward to see what a blockbuster movie release would be like in Germany. They don't get any blockier or bustier than Star Wars, especially with the pre-release merchandising to get everyone excited. Toys Backwards R Us had the Force Awakens toys in stock months in advance. The big grocery store in town had a countdown clock to the new movie, along with various toys and Star Wars branded goods. My local grocery store in the village had its own special merchandise and tie-ins too. Check out my Cosmic Shells collection. I had been to this movie theater before on Back to the Future Day. I got a medium popcorn and a large soda, and it was basically the same as home, but slightly less overpriced. My popcorn at Back to the Future was sweet like Super Golden Crisp, which I can't get enough of. You can get beer at the movie theater too. No plastic involved. You can have it in a glass or in the actual glass bottle. Finally, the hour came. Since the Cineplex is assigned seating all the time, there were no crowds or long lines. I bought my ticket a long time ago, 4 days before the premiere, on a computer screen far, far away, in Lichtenau. They ran two shows at midnight, one dub in German and one in English, the OV, original version. I got my popcorn salty this time and my soda, and my ticket, and I was ready. There were the diehards, the dress-ups, the regulars, and me. Oh yeah, I dressed up too. I was a TIE fighter. I went again the following Monday when Kirsten needed a movie buddy, and we saw it off Deutsch. And here's a fun fact. In German, the title is Das Erwachen der Macht, which translates to The Awakening of the Force. Oh yeah, that spoiler-free review? I'm glad I watched that. Part 2, Christmas Wrap-Up. Weihnachten has come and gone. We had a nice Christmas. We missed family at home, naturally, but there was always Skype to get you through. Alice got a new used bike right before Christmas. It was definitely a Merry Christmas. Here in Germany, the 26th is also a holiday. Zwei Weihnachtstag. Businesses were closed in the Chewy Nougat except for a few cafes, so we waited at this one before our afternoon train to Amsterdam. Fine Feestdagen. That's Dutch. Part 3. Amster Days and Harlem Nights. After Christmas, we spent a long weekend in Amsterdam. Alice had been there twice before, back in her engineer days, and I'd never been. It was a fun trip, especially since it was free of all the terror threat shenanigans that our Brussels trip featured. Sunday, we tried to go to the Anne Frank house, but the line was too long, so we went to the Amsterdam Tulip Museum down the street. We learned about how tulip mania was a thing that people lost their life savings over when the tulip market crashed. We also learned that there was a tulip market. Next, we went to the Cheese Museum 2 doors down from the Tulip Museum. It was glorious. Samples aplenty, and I would have bought one of each if I could. We could do well to leverage a strong position in cheese assets before the cheese market ever crashed. After lunch, we ventured over to the Christmas market and then the Van Gogh Museum. The line was super long, so we went to the Diamond Museum across the street instead. They had this blinged out version of this Van Gogh painting, so I guess that's the next best thing. Our crowns are pretty cool too. One place I enjoyed eating at was Fibo, which has locations throughout the city. It's an actual automat, so you can enjoy food on a compartmentalized basis. They have hamburgers and croquettes and other things. I got us a couple of croquettes for dinner and some french fries. Monday we tried the Anne Frank house again, and although the line was even longer this time, it was well worth a 2 hour plus wait. I hadn't ever read The Diary of a Young Girl, since I'm not one to invade someone's privacy, but now I will read it. Seeing where she and her family and the others hid from the Nazis, standing in the bedroom she shared, it was a moving experience. I squeezed in a quick visit to Amsterdam Arena, which is where the famous soccer club Ajax Amsterdam plays, and where the Dutch national team also plays most of their home matches. We capped off our trip with a watercolors cruise tour of the canals in Amsterdam. We had the good fortune of being in town during the Amsterdam Light Festival, so there were light sculptures and other artsy things around town to see. Here's a good reminder that even old New York was once New Amsterdam. We stayed at an Airbnb in Harlem, and once we figured out the public transportation, it was easy to get around. I would like to get back to Amsterdam someday. There's still so much more to see and do. Until next time, Holland. Now a little mustard. Amsterdam has a lot of bikes. According to iAmsterdam, there are 800,000 bikes in the city. Almost half the vehicular traffic in the city center is on bicycle. They have dedicated bike lanes, not just afterthought striping next to the car lanes. Germany is working on building a bike autobahn similar to bike highways in the Netherlands and Denmark. Bikes. They're going places. A Fish on the Dry is a Meteorite production. Sound and visual images by me, Wright Seneres, except where noted. This show is not affiliated with or sponsored by the Fulbright Commission, Universiteit Paderborn, or anyone else. For more information, you can go to our website, afishonthedry.com. I tweet and Instagram at DinoWright. Send your cards and letters to afishonthedry@gmail.com. Thanks for watching. You can buy a diary in a gift shop that resembles one of Anne Frank's. That's a lot of pressure. I think anything I would write in it would be completely dumb compared to the original. Dear Diary, I accidentally ordered 5 triple cheeseburgers today.